So I've been thinking a lot about many different things lately. Also, coming to the realization of many other different things. And I guess that's probably the main reason why I haven't been doing much of anything lately. But to know a little bit about what I've been going through recently, you need to know a little bit about who I've been in the past and things that I've done, people I've known, stuff like that. Well, a bit about me. I have never been a very social person. My communication skills are poor at best, which is probably a surprise to some of you considering I actually put so many videos up on the internet for everybody to enjoy. But the main reason I'm doing this video is because I know there's many people out there who probably have similar problems or going through similar issues that thinks that there's nobody out there that's going through the same thing. And not very many people like to make videos about stuff like this. So I figured I might as well go ahead and record this and get it uploaded. But as I said, I've never been a very social person in my life. I've tried many different times, and I think there's a reason for that I'll probably get into in a little bit. I was always one of those people who never really had that many friends. I had a couple of really good friends actually. But one of the things that I've noticed is that I have always been good at helping people with their problems and such, which is good. I like that. I'm able to help people with their issues. But my problem is, after I've known the person for so long, they seem to take advantage of that, and they only show up when they need something, which is terrible. Now, these aren't just random people that I meet. These are people I've actually known for a very long time and have a lot of trust in them. It seems that more often than not, these people that I've grown to call some of my better friends seem to turn into the people who I don't want to say that I don't enjoy being around, because I do enjoy helping people, and if I can help somebody, then that's awesome. I love helping people. But I just never expected to have these great people that I used to know turn into people who I only talk to when they need something. Either that or just completely vanish altogether, which is another one of my issues. This friend that I've known, oh my gosh, I've known him for 16 years probably. I've known him since second grade. We have always been great friends. He's pretty much the brother, well, I have a brother, and I don't want to say that he's like the brother that I've never had. But he and I have just about everything in common. But recently, the past year or so, it's probably coming up on 2 years, he just vanishes out of nowhere. Now, granted, he actually joined the Marines, and he got stationed in Japan. Probably one of the places where my most desired place to visit, rather, was Japan. I like the Japanese culture. I love everything about Japan. So naturally, I was very excited that he was going to Japan. And when he finally got there, we talked for a while. Everything was good. And then just, what was it? Christmas of some date. He was making quite a bit of money over there in Japan, and he suggested getting me, or he said that he wanted to get me an Xbox 360. But having to buy it in Japan and ship it all the way to America, it would have had a rather high shipping cost, more than likely. So what we decided is that he would send me the money to get the Xbox. So what we decided, and then I told him about the sale that they had at a local electronics store where you could get some Xbox bundle thing. And we talked about it, and he was like, yeah, go ahead and get it. I'll reimburse you the money. Which was awesome. I thought it was a good idea. So, of course, trusting him like I do, I went ahead and got that Xbox. And I never heard from him again. And it's terrible. Haven't talked to him in over a year. Over about 2 years, like I said. He was supposed to reimburse me the money for this Xbox that I technically didn't even have the money to get it in the first place. And he just vanished. I haven't talked to him. I know he's okay. I have him as friends on Facebook and a couple of other places. and he updates occasionally, not very often, but I know he's okay. But he ignores my messages. I haven't talked to him, and it's just, it's insulting at best. I guess that's the best way I could put it. I've known the guy forever, and he just doesn't respond to me at all. And he responds to other people. Oh, that's just an entirely different matter on its own. But it's I guess it's hard to get used to the fact that people you used to know aren't the same people that they are today, no matter how much you want them to be that person who they are today. And this has happened in many, many different occasions with many different people, which is unfortunate. I say unfortunate a lot, but it truly is. This has happened in many occasions for me. I guess I just need to pick and choose who I call my friends more carefully. But that's hard for me, especially considering the fact that I'm not a very social person to begin with. I mean, I don't blame these people for my inability to do whatever it is that I'm unable to do. I don't hold anything against these people. I suppose I probably should, considering many of them take advantage of me for me wanting to help in any way I can most of the time. And these aren't people who started out doing this initially. I tend to just ignore people who always want me to do one thing or another. Like, with actually all of the people who I've had this happen to, we have been really good friends, and probably some of the better friends that I've had. And just to have that happen so many times, and it's happened again recently, actually, and not with this same person that I'm talking about, but with somebody else. With a couple of other people, actually. It's disheartening. It's just very disheartening. And I guess one of the main reasons that I've been feeling like this recently, as opposed to any other time, is this friend and I, we used to always play this video game called StarCraft together. Oh man, StarCraft. We go way back with StarCraft. We always played that game. It was like one of our main games that we would play together. And we always fantasized about, like, hey, what if there's a StarCraft 2 and all this stuff? And now there is a StarCraft 2, and this person is nowhere to be found. Or at least I can't contact. It's just a mood killer, to be honest. It's terrible. Now, of course, it sounds kind of bad of me to say, oh, I just wanted to play StarCraft with this person. There's a lot more to it than that. It's the morals behind it. He just vanishes out of nowhere. As the expression goes, that's just the way the ball bounces. And I just need to come to terms with some people, or everybody changes over time. And that all of these many great people that I used to know are no longer the great people that they used to be. At least, not to me. But it's not only the friends thing that's been eating at me for a while. I've never really had a good choice in role models, I guess. I have, but for some reason, bad things happen to just about everyone I've decided to choose as my role model. Now, I know that there's nothing that I could have done to help these people who have unfortunately passed on, but it's just terrible that I've lost probably five or six role models over the years. And recently, somebody who I admired a lot, my college professor, was in a motorcycle crash. He was going somewhere and he was in a motorcycle crash, and they flew him over to another town. But I guess that didn't hit me until recently, like, wow, this could probably happen again. Something else could happen to somebody who I really looked up to. And it didn't actually hit until a couple of days ago, which is why I couldn't do my drawings, because I've had all kinds of things running through my mind lately, that being one of them. I guess that's about all on that topic, but probably the worst thing I've been going through, and I've actually struggled through it the majority of my life, if not all of my life, is I've actually got ADHD, and I've got super bad ADHD. I don't Like, I have all of these great, great ideas for things that I want to do, but for someone that has as bad of ADHD as I have, it's like being taunted with these great things that I know that I can do, I know that I can become, but I just can't do it because of my own physical ability. Now, I've talked to many different people about it, and half of them don't even believe that ADHD is a real issue, and it is. And it just about tortures me every day of my life. I know about all of these great things that I can become, but I just don't have the mind to focus on being able to complete these tasks. Now, it's not a matter of I'll do this later. It's like ADHD it's basically the inability to focus on one particular thing for a long period of time. Which, for example, I could get started on something, but if it gets finished is a completely other story. That isn't necessarily because I'm lazy. It's just I can't focus on something. My mind is constantly wandering all of the time. I could sit down completely ready to do something. I'll get started on it, and then just wander. I'll get up, I'll go do something, I'll start daydreaming, I'll start doing anything and everything. And thanks to our absolutely terrible, terrible public schools here where I live, I actually didn't find out that I had this until after I graduated, when one of my teachers was talking about their issues. And I went to go talk to some people and all that great stuff. That's another thing, is if our school systems were better, I would have known that I had this problem much, much sooner, and I would have been able to have some kind of... I would have known what it was. I didn't find this out until after I graduated. I just always thought that I was a daydreamer. I didn't even know what ADHD was until recently. But that is just... It tortures me every day. And I guess that's probably my biggest issue right now, is trying to deal with this and everything else. And it's a lot. It really is. Because I know that I can do so much better for myself, but because of my inability to focus, I just can't. I know that I can. It's very complicated. I know that there is medication for ADHD, but my biggest problem is the cost of it. That stuff is expensive. I actually got some one time, and it helped. It helped a lot. I was actually able to focus. I was focusing. It was awesome. But after a while on the medication, it just went bad. Everything was terrible. So I had to get off of it. That's pretty much what I've been going through lately. The main reason I'm making this video is to not only let everybody know what I've been going through, but to let everybody know that I know that there's a way to overcome these little problems I've been having. And perhaps someday somebody will have similar problems, and hopefully I'll be somewhere by then, and they can say, hey, well, if this person can overcome their problems, then I can too. So I'm just trying to take it easy these next few days for a while. I've never actually given myself the ability to take it easy. I've always been running around doing one big project after another, only to realize that I can't because my ability to focus is absolutely terrible. Yeah, these few days I've just been trying to discover my problems, figure out ways how I can fix my problems, and when I figure that out, I will be making another video for sure, definitely, telling everybody how they could fix their problem. Or maybe even dealing with similar issues that I've been dealing with. But, to end on a positive note, right before I had this little mini depression thing, I was feeling very, very good about my artwork, which I haven't felt good about my artwork in a very long time. So yeah, just a bit of a random update on how that went. And hopefully I'll be able to be the awesomely awesome great artist that I know that I can be one day. But not right now. Baby steps, that's what we're taking. Taking things one step at a time. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you next time.